Inc. says the most recent jobs report found 14,000 private sector jobs created over the last year and a low state unemployment rate of 3.3%. That compares to the national rate of 3.7%.
We've seen good signs in terms of wages, in terms of job growth, in terms of average weekly hours worked.
Ten Brink says the labor market typically is not the first sector of the economy to show signs of a recession, but short-term economic indicators are also looking positive, like the growth of new businesses. District Judge Eric Godders of the 4th Judicial District has been appointed to sit with the Kansas Supreme Court to hear one case on the court's Tuesday docket. After hearing oral arguments, he will join Supreme Court justices in their deliberations and decision drafting. Goddard says he considers this a great opportunity to learn about the appellate process from a judicial perspective. Since 2007, Goddard has been a judge in the 4th Judicial District, which is composed of Franklin, Anderson, Osage, and Coffee counties. He hears all civil matters in the 4th Judicial District, as well as domestic, criminal, and probate cases in Anderson County. He received a bachelor's degree from the University of Kansas in 1986 and graduated from Washburn University School of Law in 1989. He was county attorney for Osage County for 2 terms. U.S. Congressman Steve Watkins' campaign issued a following statement after Kansas State Treasurer Jake Latterner announced he will be suspending his U.S. Senate campaign to instead run for Congress in Kansas' 2nd District. In the statement, campaign spokesman Brian Pilligra said the difference between Watkins and Latterner could not be clearer: a life of service versus a life of self-service. He states Watkins is a war veteran, engineer, and conservative leader who votes in support of the president 93% of the time. He says Latterner is a career politician who has voted for tax increases and sides with labor unions over hardworking Kansans, stating that Latterner's entire career has been political ladder climbing. He emphasizes that the climb ends in August. The exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast. Tonight, clear skies, a low down to 61. Sunshine tomorrow with a high of 83. I'm Don Elliott, KOFO News.
Good evening. Welcome in to year 2 of Friday Night Lights on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and over the interweb at KOFO.com. I am your host, your presenter, if you will, this evening, Bob Johnson, as we'll take you up to 6:40 tonight when the Rob Hedrick pregame show will be on the air with Gary Bateman. And then at 7 o'clock kickoff with Ottawa High School in action as they'll head to Baldwin. That again at 7 o'clock. Now that's for our listeners on the air at 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. Also on KOFO.com, not only will you have the Ottawa High game, but at 6:40, we'll go to the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week pregame show. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll have the kickoff, which will feature Central Heights on the road taking on Linden in the openers this week. It's amazing. It's finally here, everybody. Football season is back, and thank the Lord, because after the Royals season, it's been a little rough. We need something to cheer for, and there's high school football. We can get behind that here this evening. And let's get underway with a look at the action going on in the area tonight, as we'll open up with the game here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. As we mentioned, Ottawa High School will travel. They'll take on the Baldwin Bulldogs. These two teams met each other in the season opener last year, which is going to be a theme for most of the night here as we look at the games going on. But as we mentioned, they faced each other at the start of the season last year, and the game did not go the way Ottawa High had hoped. They were toppled quicker than a fascist regime in a faraway land. As was the case for most of the 2018 season, Ottawa High had troubles finding traction on the offensive side of the ball, and it led to the defense being on the field far too long. These two Highway 59 rivals have faced each other for a long time, and Ottawa has their last wins came in 2015 and 2016 against Baldwin. Baldwin has won the last 2 matchups. And we will talk with Gary Bateman live from Baldwin to get his perspective coming up in about 10 minutes or so. So we'll talk with him as we get you a little bit of a primer for the 2019 Ottawa High School football season. And again, don't forget, the Rob Hedrick pregame show will start at around 6:40 tonight, right after we finish up here with the Friday Night Lights preview show. The KOFO High School football game of the week, it returns this year, and it's going to feature Central Heights traveling to Linden. Central Heights finished the 2018 season at 3-6. Linden also finished on a 3-6 mark. These two teams will meet again as the season opener, as they did last year. Linden handled Central Heights with a 20-0 victory, and Linden is coming off of a disappointing season last year. They had hopes that they might go pretty far and make some noise in the state tournament, but the wheels on the bus, they didn't go round and round. They fell off, and Linden ended up at 3-6. Central Heights is continuing to try to rebuild a program that has seen some hard times over the last few years. The program, which was really a staple for many years around the area, had especially under Coach Kevin Tooley, they have found themselves with some hard few years, and they look to continue to rebuild and try to get off on the right foot in the 2019 season with a victory over Linden. Linden has won the last 3 matchups that go all the way back to the 2016 season between these two teams. In other area action that we'll keep you up to date on as the evening progresses, Anderson County will take 59 Highway to I-35, and they're going to go to Wellsville to take on the Eagles in Week 1 action. Anderson County High School comes off of a disappointing 2-7 season, while West Franklin finished 2018 with a record of 4-5. And again, Wellsville had high hopes for that season. Things didn't go their way, and they look to try to get things going in a positive fashion. The Bulldogs would like to get off to a quick start this year and try to find some traction and get a program back up and running. But these two teams met in the last season. Wellsville came away with a pillaging that would make the Vikings proud as they defeated Anderson County by the score of 50-16. Wellsville comes into tonight's contest winning the last 5 straight against the foes from the south in Anderson County. So this will be a fun one to watch as Anderson County looks to try to get off the schneid and get their first victory against Wellsville in a while. Mission Valley and West Franklin will play tonight's game on the field turf at Ottawa University. All these will be 7 o'clock kicks, by the way. This is another matchup between two teams that started off the season against each other in 2018. The Falcons of West Franklin finished last season at 4-5. Mission Valley was over 500 as they were 5-4. The season opener last year saw Mission Valley win by double digits as they defeated West Franklin 38-23. And Mission Valley has won 4 straight over the West Franklin Falcons. The last Falcon victory over Mission Valley came all the way back in the 2014 season, where they won 54-18. Osage City will play Northern Heights tonight as they kick off their campaign. Osage City comes off of an 8-2 record in 2018, and they ran over Northern Heights in the season opener last year, 28-0. Northern Heights' 2018 season went a bit different as they were only able to go 2-7 as opposed to the 8-2 Osage City racked up. And Osage City has won the last 5 meetings between these two teams. So Northern Heights with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder coming into tonight's contest, looking to pick up a victory, which they haven't done in the past 5 years, while Osage City looks to build upon a strong 2018 campaign and maybe make a little bit more noise as they try to get back to the state playoffs at the end of this football season. Spring Hill will host Lewisburg tonight, and I wouldn't expect too much in the way of hospitality between these two rivals. Lewisburg is coming off of a 10-2 season. They went all the way to the quarterfinals in last year's state 4A tournament, while Spring Hill is coming off a 4-5 year, and they want to get to a quick start with a victory over the Wildcats. The Wildcats defeated Spring Hill in the season opener by the score of 21-17 last year in a hotly contested matchup. And Lewisburg has won the last 2 games in a row. Spring Hill's last victory in this series, by the way, comes back in 2016, where they were able to eke out a 28-27 win. So these two teams, who are powerhouses in the leagues around here, especially the Pioneer League, they look to kind of assert themselves early in week 1. And that's something that will be interesting to keep an eye on as we bring you scores and as you listen to the games here tonight, is how these teams react to live fire. They've played each other. They've faced each other in practices, the offenses and the defenses of these teams, but tonight will be the first time that they will see live fire from an opposing team, and it's always interesting to see how they react in week 1, and it's also going to be interesting to see how disciplined the teams are, because week 1 you find a lot of errors, a lot of penalties sometimes, especially for a team that struggles with discipline, and that will be something to keep an eye on this evening. Bonner Springs will make a trip to Miami County. They'll take on the Paola Panthers in the Paola season opener. And just like their county rivals Lewisburg, Paola made it all the way to the 4A quarterfinals in the state playoffs last year. They finished with a 9-2 record. Bonner Springs finished with a 4-5 record, and as we mentioned, the theme through the night, rematches between 2018 season openers, and you guessed it, these two faced each other last year, and it was an easy victory for Paola as they rolled Bonner Springs 41-0. Paola is 3-0 in the last 3 matchups between these two teams. And Paola, with a strong season last year, looks to build and continue the strong seasons they've had here as of late. Santa Fe Trail will head over to Lacine. They'll play Prairie View tonight. Chargers are 5-4 in 2018. Prairie View finished with an 8-2 record. And in last year's season opening matchup, Prairie View squeaked out a 20-19 win. Prairie View picked up the win last season, which was their first in the previous 4 matchups. So Santa Fe Trail looking for a little bit of revenge, while Prairie View wanting to build on their season and find some momentum. And this one should be a fun contest tonight in Lacine. Osawatomie begins their 2019 season on the road as they will play Olpe. The Trojans, they're looking for their first win since October 27th of 2017 when they defeated Bishop Ward by the score of 49-0. Olpe was 12-1 last year. They went all the way to the finals in the 1A state tournament. They fell to Smith Center 59-0. And Smith Center, that's a team, if you run into, you're going to have a tough time against them. You better bring a lunch and a flashlight. It's going to be an all-day event. But Olpe, with a strong year, these two opened the season against each other, and Olpe dismantled Osawatomie by a score of 40-0. Other action going on tonight in the KOFO area. Madison comes knocking out the door at Meridazine Valley. Lebo will clash Waverly in Waverly, and Hartford and Colony Crest will tangle at the Lancers home field in Colony. And so that'll wrap up or round out the action in the KOFO listening area this evening, as we have a action-packed night ahead of you for you here as we open up the football season. And a reminder, we will have the Rob Hedrick pregame show coming up in about 20 minutes. But it's time now to take our first break of the evening, and let's get a look at the weather forecast in the area.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
70 years of news, weather, sports, and the best in entertainment in East Central Kansas. Hi, I'm Heidi Kingsolver of Ottawa Paint, Frames, and Decor, wishing you, KOFO, a happy birthday.
Thank you, Heidi. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 61. Tomorrow, sunny, a high of 83. Tomorrow night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 Sunday morning. Partly clear, a low of 67. And on Sunday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Those will be before 2 in the afternoon. Otherwise, it will be partly sunny and a high of 87.
Clean and Shine now has openings for weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly cleanings. Call me today for your free quote. Let us do the dirty work so you can play. 785-418-3727.
Evercraft Trolley Jacks, available at Napa Auto Parts in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Being framed has never been more fun. See Ottawa Paint, Frames, and Decor, 109 South Main, Ottawa.
This summer, make sure you and your family stay comfortable all summer long. Reach out to Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling to make sure everything is in tip-top shape to stay running when you need it most. Call to schedule a checkup at 242-9273. Our service guys are busy in the summer months, and we'd much rather provide an ounce of prevention than a pound of cure when it comes to keeping you cool. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 35 years. Call today, 242-9273.
Legacy Square, now giving you a beautiful view of James Automotive, First and Main in downtown Ottawa for 14 years. Call and schedule an appointment today, 242-3376.
I think what we do best is we give them the dignity back by helping them see that there are so many other people out there with that very same story. When we can get that hope, then you can do marvelous things.
In the 50 years of Valley Hope's operation, they have helped change the lives of over 300,000 people in need. Are you or someone you know suffering from addiction? Visit valleyhope.org. Sponsored by Valley Hope Association and this station.
Back here on Friday Night Lights, it is 6:20, 20 past the top of the hour. I'm Bob Johnson, as I'm your host for this evening, and we're going to take you out live to Baldwin City, Kansas, as we get ready for the matchup you'll hear here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. Also on KOFO.com, as Ottawa is on the road to take on Baldwin High. And let's bring in Gary Bateman. Gary, it's great to talk with you.
Good to talk with you too, Bob. Good to start another football season.
It is an exciting time. Football is in the air. These two teams met last year. Baldwin was able to pick up the victory, and one of the things I did talk about in the previous the previous segment was Ottawa High had a lot of struggles offensively last year, which led to the defense being on the field. As you've had a chance to talk with Rob Hedrick, does he feel like that maybe he has a little bit more of a potent offense that will be able to give Ottawa High some points?
Well, actually, time will be the determining factor on that. We'll find out a lot tonight, but there's a lot of people that are in spots that we didn't see them in all that much last year. You've got Caleb Kessinger now as the starting quarterback. You're going to see an awful lot of several different people, most notably Dadrian Aho. He'll be all over the field. He's the backup quarterback. He also is going to play some wing. He's going to play some wide receiver. But you've got also some other good skill position players. But I think the key thing offensively, Bob, is going to be how well the offensive line gels. Pretty young group for the most part. We'll see how well they do. But, Coach Hedrick feels good about how they've gelled up to this point. So you have to get them out on the field for a game. Practice is one thing, but this will be kind of the where the rubber meets the road, so to speak.
Well, and when you have young men out there, the high school age, and they're in the first opportunity to get out on the field, one of the things you got to worry about is not just is discipline as far as penalties go. And being the first game of the year, first real live fire, that really can play a big role tonight.
Yeah, you actually must have been listening to the pregame show, because that's exactly what Coach was talking about. Last year, the Cyclones just shot themselves in the foot against Baldwin time after time after time, and that's what he wants to avoid here tonight. Now, You have to wonder a little bit about the fact that they didn't get their slope scrimmage in, last week. Baldwin did play in one of the, I can't remember what they're calling them these days, the showcases or whatever, where they bring in a couple of teams and run a little scrimmage against another team. So you have to wonder just a little bit about that. Timing is, of course, so very important. Got to avoid those penalties, and whoever makes the fewest mistakes here tonight got a very good chance of winning.
Well, I'd like to admit, number one, I have no professional training. Number two, I actually did not listen to the pregame show, so this is...
But you are psychic, my sir.
I'm psychic, psycho, one of the two. Who knows? Hey.
Yeah.
Could be
right.
both. Could be both.
Hey, I got to tell you one thing I did notice out here tonight, and it's something that we haven't seen to this extent for quite some time. Reese Fogel, he is a sophomore. He is the place kicker. And he was booting field goals from 42 yards out in pregame. And that's something that the Cyclones may be able to use as a weapon here. If they can get the ball into the opponent's territory, they may well have a good chance of picking up some points. So, again, just practice once again. But, even though they've had some serviceable kickers, but somebody who's got that kind of a foot, I haven't seen all that much here at Ottawa High.
I was going to say, I can't really think of the last kicker Ottawa High had that would have been a threat, that would be a threat like that, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's certainly a weapon. Special teams, of course, another big part of winning football games. So we'll see what's going to happen here tonight, but looking forward to it.
And we're excited to have you back on the air. We'll talk to you, or actually you'll take the reins at 6:40 with the Rob Hedrick pregame show, and then kick off at 7. Gary, thank you for joining us.
Sure, Bob. Talk with you again next week then, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Now we're going to head over and talk to, see if we're ready for Luke here. And we are, so we're going to break on Luke Queen. Luke, good evening.
Bob.
You've got Central Heights and Linden tonight. Should be a fun contest.
It should be, Bob. Both very, very young teams. Played a pretty good football game last year against each other. 20-0, I believe, was final. Linden came away with the win. But, both teams, very, very young. So a lot of inexperience here in week one, but see what they can do.
I know that Linden comes off a little bit of a disappointing season last year. I think there were some high hopes. You mentioned the youngsters. How much faith do they have in the young players? Do they feel like that they've got something here that could lead them maybe back to the state playoffs or at least a little bit of a run?
Yeah, I think Linden definitely had compared to what they usually are up to and had been used to, had a down year, but had graduated a large class from that 2017-2018 group that made such a good run. Last year started a freshman at quarterback, and took some lumps and started putting it together a lot better later on in the year. And Darian Massey back starting for Linden at quarterback, and so probably feeling pretty comfortable there with him in his second year, and especially taking all those hits as a freshman, now ready to go as a sophomore.
Central Heights has had some struggles over the last few years. They're looking to try to rebuild that program. Where do they come in right now? What is their feeling as they come into the 2019 season?
Well, again, very, very young. I think Coach Bob Risch is going to really, really emphasize ball control and playing everything kind of downhill and trying not to really spread it out too much, and really get back to basics with this team. On the roster, 16 freshmen and sophomores and only 12 juniors and seniors. So they're definitely building, from the younger group at Central Heights. Lost a quarterback last year, Dakota Beers, and missing Matt Cubitt along the outside is probably the number one receiver and defensive back. But, got a couple of younger kids that are going to step in this year and hopefully take the reins and start pushing Central Heights back, forward. And hopefully get a few more wins and maybe see what they can do later on in the season.
You've had a chance to kind of study, take a look at everything. Where do you see this game going tonight?
I think it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a lot on the ground between the two teams. Linden has been known to play fast in the past. Central Heights going to want to slow it down. So a couple of contrasting styles, but should be really interesting. We'll just see who can control the ground game. Linden, starting running back Sean Hink, has been a 3-year starter now and really helped dominate the game last year. We'll just see if the Central Heights defense can slow down the attack of Linden and then control the ball on the offensive side.
Those are two big keys right there for Central Heights that you mentioned. If you've got a high-powered offense and if they can find any success, you got to keep that ball out of their hands. But you're going to also have to find a way to get off the field on third down. Does Central Heights feel confident with their defense that they've got the players to do that?
I think they do. They really feel like that they can kind of contain Linden from getting out on the edges and creating open spaces to really break some plays wide open. And if they can do that and, contain the edges, I think really Central Heights has a good chance to make this interesting here this evening.
All right, Luke. Well, we appreciate you joining us. You'll take over the reins on KOFO.com at about 6:40 with the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week pregame show and kickoff at 7. So we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, Bob. We'll talk to you then.
Thank you, Luke. So that's a look at the matchups going on this evening that we'll have on the air for you. Again, Ottawa High, they'll be on the air on 1220, 103.7 FM KOFO, also on KOFO.com. The KOFO High School Football Game of the Week will be on KOFO.com, and so we will have both of those for you all over the place, really. We'll keep you updated on the scores from the other games tonight. I want to remind you, though, that again coming up right after, well, really not at right after football, but at 10 o'clock tonight, we'll have the Kansas High School Scoreboard Show. As the show picks up again, Nick Gosnell will be your host as he will get you up to date on high school games throughout the state of Kansas. And you'll hear it once we finish up at 10 o'clock tonight on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. And Nick does a great job. He really works hard up there to get all the information he can to get scores on the air for you, as covers the entire state of Kansas, from the Missouri to Colorado borders, from Nebraska to Oklahoma borders, as we will have all the action for you, and you'll hear the updates during the Kansas High School Scoreboard Show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll begin to wrap this one up as we get ready for Week 1 of Kansas High School football. But first, you're listening to the Friday Night Lights Show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. That's why Vistaprint is offering 500 truly personalized business cards starting at $9.99. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company, or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. Get 500 business cards starting at $9.99 with promo code 8888. That's promo code 8888 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint. Own the now.
Right now at Kohl's, shop hundreds of epic deals. No coupons needed. Plus, get Kohl's Cash. Women's tops, $9.99. Men's tees, $7.99. Kids tops and bottoms starting at $5.99. Athletic shoes, $49.99 and under. Bath towels, $6.99. An Instant Pot or air fryer, $69.99. It's not your everyday sale. Shop hundreds of epic deals right now at Kohl's. Select styles. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Tired of opening your closet and never finding what you want to wear? We can help. Stitch Fix is a personal styling service that matches you with your own stylist. Someone who listens to what you love and delivers the best clothes for you right to your door. It starts with a simple profile you create in just minutes. Browse through different styles and share notes with your stylist about what you love, what you'd rather avoid, and what you can't live without. For a small $20 styling fee, your clothes are hand-selected for you based on your profile and then delivered to you so you can try them on in the comfort of your own home. Pay only for what you keep and send everything else back. Plus, the styling fee is applied to what you keep, and shipping, returns, and exchanges are always free. With Stitch Fix, you'll get to discover new styles, new brands, and new looks you might not be able to find anywhere else. And everything is hand-selected to fit your unique shape and your budget. Discover the stylist and styles that work for you at StitchFix.com. Personal styling for women, men, and kids. StitchFix.com. Personal styling for everybody.
Final segment here tonight on the Friday Night Lights show. Thank you for joining us as we begin our second year of doing this, which really kind of just started as an experiment and kind of caught on. So we appreciate you joining us. Well, no matter where you're hearing us, whether it's on the old school 1220 AM or on 103.7 FM or on the web at KOFO.com, we have you covered on all the major media ways to get you covered as we bring you high school football here tonight. Want to remind you, though, that not only does high school football start tonight, tomorrow we have Ottawa University Braves football as they'll kick off their 2019 football schedule as they'll be on the road to take on Southwestern College. Southwestern comes off of a loss last week to Midland and really struggled in that one, turning the ball over 6 times. The defense struggled to handle Midland's offense, and we'll find out tomorrow evening what Ottawa University has offensively and defensively. A lot of excitement around the program as coming off of an 8-2 year last year, finishing second place in the KCAC. They are picked to finish second again, and a possible dark horse maybe to sneak back into the playoffs, which would be the first time in a few years that the Braves would be in the playoffs if they could pull it off. We'll have pregame for you with the Fusion Alley pregame show at 5 o'clock, and then we'll have kickoff at 6 from Winfield, and I will have the play-by-play for you here on 1220, 103.7 FM KOFO, and on KOFO.com. So hope you'll tune into that one as we get this season kicked off for you. And if you're thinking of the future and you want something to do on a Tuesday night, you can always come down and join us for the Pizza Time Kent Kessinger show, which starts at 7 o'clock at Pizza Time, goes until 8. And you can come down, hang out, ask Coach some questions, get his feelings on Bigfoot like we did this last week. And we will also, you can have some pizza. There's some good pizza down there. So definitely want to come down and hang out and get your fill of pizza and Braves football. So we got Ottawa High coming up here at the top of the hour. We'll join Gary Bateman here in just a few minutes as Ottawa High will take on Baldwin. Luke Queen is getting ready for the Central Heights-Linden matchup. And again, we'll have the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week pregame show coming up here in just a few minutes. So excitement abounds as we get this season underway. As we mentioned, as the games go on, we'll try our best to keep you up to date with scores throughout the evening. As Gary Bateman and Luke Queen will be on the air. We'll pass the scores to them as the evening progresses. And you can also go to KOFO.com and go to the scores page that's on the sports page and get yourself caught up on the action in the area with the scores there. So a lot of ways to get caught up. And also don't forget about the Kansas High School Scoreboard Show at 10 o'clock tonight with Nick Gosnell. And football's with us, guys. It's exciting. It's exciting to have it back. The weather is going to be good for football tonight. As a matter of fact, we gave the weather forecast just a little bit ago, but just to kind of give you an idea with the weather tonight, let's get you at the locations where the games are going to be at tonight in Baldwin City, where Ottawa will take on Baldwin, and you can expect a pretty much the same weather that's going on here. Mid-80s, 85 degrees, 29 degrees Celsius for our Canadian friends. And 50% humidity, a little thick, but not bad. A little bit of a wind coming out of the north at 6 miles per hour. And temperature will continue to drop as the evening goes on. And just a northeast wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour, so it shouldn't cause that much of a problem with the football tonight. And then over in Linden, you will see pretty much just about the same weather conditions, which you couldn't ask for much better, because there have been times where it has just been incredibly hot to get a football season started off, and you can't ask for much better than what we got tonight. 83 right now in Linden, and 51% humidity, wind out of the north at 9. So again, just 5 to 10 miles per hour, not too much of a problem when it comes to the wind here this evening. And should be a fun night for football. And really excited to see what Ottawa High has to offer this year, especially coming off of a disappointing campaign. I know Coach Rob Hedrick has worked hard to recruit kids there at the high school to get them out to play football, and really work hard to coach them up, as he's had some successful seasons last year, just a rough one, and he's hoping to have rectified the issues that made that one a tough season. Central Heights looking to bounce back, also Linden looking to bounce back, and then a lot of teams in our area who had some good runs during the state playoffs last year. And it's pretty well. It's good to see that football is alive and well in this area. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here this evening for the Friday Night Lights show, as we will hear Gary Bateman and the Rob Hedrick pregame show if you're on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. If you're on KOFO.com, it'll be Luke Queen with the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week pregame show. We'll talk to you again next Friday night as we get you ready for Week 2 of the Kansas high school football season. Thanks for joining us for Friday Night Lights.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on 1220 and 103.7 FM and online at KOFO.com. Brought to you by Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kramer Pharmacy, Ottawa Recreation Commission, and Lamb Roberts Funeral Home. Our Cyclone game sponsors also include Cosentino's Price Chopper, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, Arvest Bank, the Ottawa Herald, and the City of Ottawa, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, and Fusion Alley with Primetime Grill coming soon. Now let's head to the field and join KOFO's Gary Bateman for Ottawa Cyclone football.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to another season of Cyclone football here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Get underway tonight as the Ottawa Cyclones take on the Baldwin Bulldogs in a Frontier League matchup, also a Class 4A division game as well. And the Cyclones, after going winless last year, looking to get back in the win column here tonight as we play on the artificial surface here at Liston Stadium. We'll take a break right here and come back with our weekly chat with Ottawa High School head football coach Rob Hedrick. You're listening to Cyclone Pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order, adjust mirrors, and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT building or online at orcottawas.org to see recreation recreation options for all ages. Auto Recreation Commission. Bring recreation to life.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And welcome to the first edition of the Rob Hedrick Show for the 2019 football season. And Coach, let's talk about this year's version of the Ottawa Cyclones as you try to build on things that you did last year.
Okay, well, coming in to see, it was the best summer we've had in 3 summers as far as attendance. We had almost 20 kids that were gold standard as far as 90% attendance or above 10 kids with perfect attendance, and I really think it carried over into fall practice because the energy has been fantastic. The kids have been practicing so hard, lifting each other up. So it's been a really, really good first 2 weeks of practice.
Talk a little bit about the summer workouts and what's involved with that and what do they do?
We meet 4 days a week. We bring the sophomores through seniors in from 6 to 8 in the morning, Monday through Thursday. And then we bring the freshmen in from 8 to 9:30. And then on that time frame, we also have the middle school kids come in. And then Coach Jenin and Coach Collins are working with their kids in that time as well. We do speed and strength training. We actually get a practice in Kansas, so we can't do we can do padded camps, but during the normal week we can practice all we want. So it's a combination of lifting, speed training, and then also just practicing.
Okay. And with the weather, the way it's been here during the month of August, you've actually probably got more practice time in than you have in several years.
Yeah, we have, and it's been a good spring, or excuse me, a good fall. We've had to move inside quite a few times because our field has been so sloppy, but it's even indoors. The kids have worked hard, and we've got a lot of good practice time in. So we're ready to go. I think we're prepared, and I'm sure there's going to be some first game jitters and mistakes, but we're ready to go. We're confident. The kids believe in each other. The coaches believe in the kids, so we're excited.
As was the case with high school football any year, you've got some people that are returning and coming back, and some that are brand new to the program.
Yep, that's true. And we didn't really. It was just kind of the best way to put it is just kind of an odd off season. We had some kids not come back. They had some kids leave, graduate early. So we lost a lot of kids in our senior class. So it's a very small senior class, but they've done a great job. Have a lot of confidence in what they're going to do this year. A pretty big junior class, a small but talented sophomore class. So there's going to be a lot of young kids, like you said, have never played down on Friday nights. They're going to have to play. We don't have much depth. So kids are going to have to be ready. And we've focused on this all summer and also through the fall. You got to be a football player. Even though you're playing this position now, you might move to another position in the next snap. So that's something we're going to have to face this year.
And I imagine that's probably something you even worked on during the summer, trying to get them in that mindset that they're going to be playing, maybe several positions.
Exactly. You can't think of yourself as just a running back or just a linebacker. We stressed you have to be a football player. You have to be able to play anywhere and everywhere. And there's just no doubt that it's going to happen. Because kids get injured. Obviously, we won't be in perfect game shape early in the year, and kids are going to have breaks, and kids are going to have to come off the sideline and step up and fill some roles. So it'll be exciting. You're always so much enthusiasm and anticipation for a new season to see what the kids can do, and we're ready to roll.
Who are some of the young men we can look for, say, first of all, on the offensive side of the ball?
We're pretty set on our starters for the most part. In the backfield, Caleb Kessinger is going to be our quarterback. Talon Morris is going to start at tailback. Aaron Clevenger is going to get a lot of carries this year at tailback as well. Dadrian Aho at halfback. is going to get. We need to get him a lot of touches. He's going to be one of our main offensive threats, and you'll see him move around a lot. He's listed as a halfback, but he'll play receiver, tight end, tailback. He's our number 2 quarterback, so we'll move him around a lot. Kale Lane and Colin Creech are going to get a lot of reps at the other halfback. Out at tight end, we have Eric Dunaway and Seth Cuppison, and then our main X-receiver is going to be Jose Richards. So we have no seniors on the offensive line, and they've really gelled. They've really looked good. We have, right now, going into week 1, the starters are going to be Calvin Wilson Jr., Addison Hedges, Michael Johnson, Trey Bones, and Adam Dorn. So, got some sophomores, got some juniors, but they're all very high attendance kids throughout the summer. Spent a lot of time together, and we have some really high quality backups too with Sawalski, and really we feel good about the O-line. So we're excited. Really, I mean, there's no other way to put it. We're excited about these kids and the energy and effort they put into it, and we're ready to go see what happens.
We'll take a quick break right here, talk about the defense and also tonight's opponent, the Baldwin Bulldogs, after this timeout. You're listening to the Rob Hendrick Show, part of Cyclone Pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
It's late at night. You've been visiting family and you're on your way home. You didn't see the deer in front of you until it was too late. Everyone is safe. Your vehicle did its job and protected you. Now you get to find out if your auto insurance does the same. It will, because you have State Farm Auto Insurance through local agent Keith King in Ottawa.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa, or visit online at keithking.net.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro still want to send you to see the Royals before the season ends. To win tickets to the K, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett. And you can be there to see the Royals host the Astros on September 13th. We'll announce the winner on September 10th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
The 0-1 pitch, Soler, fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Stewart to the wall. Gone, and hit the top of the fence and went on into the bullpen.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
And we're back here with Coach Rob Hendrick and talking about the 2019 Ottawa Cyclones. A lot of the guys on the offensive side of the football are going to play defense as well, but tell us a little bit about how that defense is set up, maybe.
We're just trying to be a very aggressive defense. We don't feel like right now we have the kids that are going to out-muscle and out-horse our opponents. So we're going to concentrate on speed and aggressive. Honestly, goodness, I think there's still some battles for starting positions. So and I said there's going to be so many kids playing in and out. I'm not sure who all is starting right now on the defensive side of the ball, but it's going to be aggressive. We got to make things happen is the way we're looking at it. So we got to attack. We've worked a lot on turnovers, forcing turnovers. So if we can get that and then make some things happen for us in the special teams, we really feel that will give us a much better chance to win the ball game.
Should be pointed out, too, that we're recording this on Wednesday, so you have a couple practices before you actually have to make a decision on who those starters are going to be.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, let's talk about tonight's opponent, the Baldwin Bulldogs. Always an interesting ball game when these two teams get together, and both of them are trying to get back to a position where they've been in the past, kind of in the elite part of the Class 4A. And what do you know about Baldwin?
Well, like I said, we're both kind of in the same boat where we struggled for a couple seasons. Their numbers are down, but they have a pretty big senior class. They have about 40 kids out total, and I believe 12 of those are seniors. Some good-looking kids. The quick kid, number 15, will be their main offensive weapon. He's going to line up at tailback, and he's going to get a ton of carries, whether it's handing off, and I know they're going to throw the ball to him in the flats a lot. They have and you look at them, they're a typical Baldwin, good weight room kids. They're big. They got a Vesco kid who's 6'4", 300, and moves really well. So, but again, what we've stressed these last 2 weeks is Baldwin's going to be in the same boat as us. A lot of kids never coming off the field. They're going to have to be in shape. We're going to have to be in shape. It's going to be a battle of wills in a lot of spots. We have some things that we really think we can take advantage of. It's going to have to be about the typical tackling, no penalties, no turnovers. That's going to be a huge part.
Yeah, and as is the case in any football game, but it's always in the first game or two like that.
The first game jitters and so forth. Like I said, so many kids are getting their first crack at Friday night. There's going to be a lot of nerves, but it's, when we watched last year's film with them, it was just a comedy of errors with us, with turnovers and penalties, and they made a big special team play early in the game with a big punt return that flipped the field. If we cut out those penalties, we don't have those penalties, we really feel good about our chances to win the game. But obviously it's going to be about making plays. We have to make plays. We have to play a solid ball game with few little mistakes, and we'll be in a good spot come the end of the fourth quarter.
Do you like the idea of playing on the road first game, or does it really matter much?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's going to be, I think, a trip like Baldwin, such a short trip and so familiar with each other, and the kids have played there so often. Once the first whistle goes, I really don't think home field advantage or on the road matters a great deal. So we're good either way. So we just want to play. We would go to Dodge City and play if we had to. So we just want to get on the field and play, and the kids are punching at the bit, and we just want to go make it happen.
Okay. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. We'll talk with you next week.
Thanks very much.
And we'll be back with more of our pregame here on KOFO after this timeout. You're listening to Cyclone Pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM.
No matter the brand, Adamson Brothers can prepare your AC for the hot summer months ahead. Call them today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
You got to the game late, and the only place to park turned out to be a little too close to foul territory. But you're not worried. In fact, you watch the rest of the game before you even go check the damage. How can you be so confident? Your auto insurance is with local State Farm agent Keith King. There's a reason State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the U.S.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa, or visit online at keithking.net.
And back here at Liston Stadium as the Baldwin High Pep Band plays our national anthem, and we'll give you a little listen to their rendition. And welcome back here to Liston Stadium, home of the Baldwin High Bulldogs and also the Baker Wildcats. And we're set for some football action here in just a few minutes as the Cyclones get underway in this 2019 football season. Next week, Ottawa has their home opener. They'll be taking on the Spring Hill Broncos in a 7 o'clock kickoff. And we'll get underway with Friday Night Lights around 6 o'clock. And then our pregame and our interview with Coach Rod Fedrick will come your way at 6:40 next Friday night from Steve Grogan Stadium right here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Take a look at other area games. Our KOFO game of the week is at Linden tonight, where the Central Heights Vikings take on the Linden Tigers. And Luke Queen is over there to bring you the play-by-play of that one on KOFO.com. Elsewhere, West Franklin is on the road to start their season. They're at Mission Valley tonight. And Anderson County is at Wellsville. And that completes the slate of games for the Franklin County schools. Also in the Frontier League tonight, Piper's at Eudora. Bonner Springs is at Paola. Lewisburg is at Spring Hill. Tonganoxie taking on non-league opponent based from Linwood at Tongi tonight. Other games, Osage City at Northern Heights. Osawatomie's at Olpe. Santa Fe Trail on the road at Prairie View to start the season. And Madison Hamilton is over at Maridazine Valley to take on the Trojans. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, we will have Ottawa University football as the Braves get their 2019 season underway, taking on the Southwestern Mound Builders down in Winfield. It's a 6 o'clock kick. Bob Johnson will have pregame starting at 5 o'clock right here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Taking a look at the Cyclone sports calendar real quickly. Volleyball has a couple of matches this week. Actually, they have a home or at Baldwin on Tuesday, and then they have a triangular at OHS on Thursday, and the opponents will be Lawrence High and also Bates or Linwood. Cross country runs at Lexington Lake Park on Thursday the 12th. Boys soccer has a match against Baldwin at home on Thursday the 12th. Girls tennis is at Topeka Seaman High School, and the Ottawa High School girls golf team gets underway with a tournament at the Great Life Course on K68 Highway. And then on Thursday, that's on Monday, and on Thursday they travel to Wamego for an invitational golf tournament. Captain's meeting at the 50-yard line as we have the coin toss. Cyclone captains are Caleb Kessinger, Seth Covison, Adrian Aho, and Peyton Lee. For Baldwin, the tri-captains are Connor Quick, Will Harvey, and Cade Grossum. It's a perfect night for football here. The wind is blowing a little bit. It could have a little bit of an effect on the team that decides to throw the football. Cyclones have won the toss. They'll defer to the second half, and Baldwin will receive the opening kickoff, and they will move from left to right as we see it here at Liston Stadium. So the Cyclones will kick it off to start the 2019 season. Good crowd on hand, a lot of Cyclone fans across the way, and of course, Baldwin High always supports their sports teams very well, and no exception to the rule here this evening. Tonight at 10 o'clock, we have the high school football scoreboard show for you. We'll get you up to date on the first week of action across the state of Kansas. Join Nick Gosnell for the high school football scoreboard show tonight and every Friday night right here on KOFO. We'll also try to keep you updated as scores around the area as they come to us here this evening. Ottawa University's women's volleyball team beat Missouri Valley College today 3-1, winning their 5th match of the season. Reese Fogel will do placement duties for Ottawa High. Back deep for the Bulldogs will be Kivrin Heck and also Caleb Blake. I mentioned to Bob Johnson during the Friday Night Lights program that Fogel appears to have quite a right foot. He was kicking field goals from outside of 40 yards in warm-up. Just a sophomore. We're set for football action. We hope you enjoy it here on KOFO. Waiting the official. And now here we go. Fogel's kick is short into the far side of the field, fielded on the run at the 20 by Blake. Blake trying to get to the outside and finds a bit of a hole. Jose Richards hits him across the 30, and he fights his way out to the 35-yard line. And that's where Baldwin will start its opening drive of this 2019 football season. Expect a single wing offense from Baldwin. In the warm-ups, we saw them with both Connor Quick and Will Harvey in the backfield. That's where we have right now. Harvey expecting the snap, gets it, runs right, trying to get around the corner, is hit, and he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. There may have been a penalty flag thrown. Yes, there was. It was a face mask on the Cyclone. Not a personal foul, but it'll be a 5-yard mark-off, and it'll remain first down. They move the ball out near the 42-yard line, so it'll be first down and a little bit less than 3. Cyclones strung that play out pretty well that time, but got that hand up in the face mask area and got it called. Man-to-man motion is Blake. He'll get the handoff on the reverse. He's hit in the backfield and driven to the ground. Initial hit made by Seth Covison, and a loss on the play back to the 36-yard line, where it'll now be second down and 9. Both Ottawa and Baldwin struggled last year. Frontier League has been traditionally a very fine football league. Receivers split to each side of the field, Twins right and Twins left on second down and 8. Keeping is the quarterback, Harvey. He's across the line of scrimmage, gets out to around the 42-yard line before he's brought down. Ottawa had a chance to get him in the backfield, but couldn't come up with the tackle. And Harvey will gain about 5 yards, and it'll be a third down 4 coming up for Baldwin. Play coming in with the wide receiver, Heck. Play clock down inside 20 seconds. They'll have that here, of course, at the college football field. 3rd and 4. Now 2 backs in the backfield along with Harvey. Harvey rolls right, looking to throw. Has a man open to the flat, and the pass off his fingertips incomplete. It was intended for Gavin Lang, but the pass thrown a little bit too high, and it'll set up a punting situation. Adrian Aho will drop back in single safety for Ottawa. And back in punt formation for Baldwin will be Matt Garber. Standing at his own 31-yard line. Good snap. Garber, left-footed kick. Wobbly spiral, and Aho takes it to 26. Breaks the tackle, gets across the 30 and out to around the 33, maybe the 34-yard line before he's pushed back. And the Cyclones will have fairly good field position to start their opening drive of the season. 10:09 to play first quarter, 0-0. Cyclone quarterback is Caleb Kessinger. He's a senior. Behind him in the backfield is Talon Morris. 1st and 10, twin receivers right, trips right actually, singles receiver left, pass is thrown and caught. And a good gain on the play, Kessinger to Aho across the 40 to around the 42-yard line. Pickup of 7, second down and 3, Cyclones. This time Lee splits wide to the right, and it's Richards wide left here. Pistol formation, handoff inside, nice hole, and across the midfield stripe into Baldwin territory goes Morris, and a first down Cyclones at the Baldwin 44. Nice hole off the left guard that time for Ottawa. This time Ottawa comes up with twin receivers and a wingman right. Single man left is Richards. Baldwin looking to blitz. Kessinger will have to keep it himself. Avoids one man, gets a couple yards out near the 42 of the Bulldogs. Snap was a little bit high. That might have been a busted play. They'll give Kessinger credit for 3 on the play, second down 7. $8:32 to go in the first quarter, 0-0. Ottawa in Baldwin territory on their opening drive. Blitz being shown up the middle. Handoff goes to Morris, trying to get around the corner, and he won't do it. Nice tackle made by Lang out there in the flat. And there'll be no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7. Colin Creech comes out of the ball game. In comes, I believe it was Covison on this 3rd down situation. Ottawa's going to go with backs either side of Kessinger here as he works from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Now rolls. Now will run. He's across the 40, grabbed by the shoulder pads and dragged down at the 38. It'll bring up 4th down and about 3.5. They need to get past the 34-yard line, and it looks like the Cyclones will bring in the punt unit here. Kessinger is the punter, so you always have to watch out for that. Back deep is Blake for Baldwin. Kessinger just got the kick away. It's off the side of his foot. It's going to roll out of bounds inside the 30 at around the 29-yard line. He was under some pressure. And it'll be Baldwin's ball, 1st and 10. Central Heights returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. They lead Linden 6-0 over at Linden tonight. Again, that is our KOFO Game of the Week on KOFO.com. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Handoff goes this time to Quick, and Quick has running room, but he's brought down on a nice open field tackle by Aho after he picks up about 6 yards. It's called a gain of 5 to the 34, second down 5. 6:30 to play in the first quarter. Baldwin sends the play call in with Cole Mahaffey, who's a wide receiver. Second and 5, Harvey calling signals. He'll hand off to Quick once again. He avoids a tackler and gets the 1st down across the 40. Chase Hempel made the stop for Ottawa, but it's a Baldwin 1st down at the 41. Bulldogs will come up, sending 2 receivers right and twin receivers left also. Shotgun formation, Harvey. Running left, looking to turn the corner, and he'll be hit at the line of scrimmage and drop for little gain. And that was a good tackle in the open field by Kessinger. And it'll be no gain, second down 10. Now let's check that. They'll give him about a half a yard, so they'll call second down and 9. Paola leading Bonner Springs in the first period, 7-0. That game in Paola tonight. 3 receivers come this direction. In motion now goes Lang. And back to throw is Harvey. He'll look. He'll be under pressure and now scrambles. He's to the 45. He's to the 50. Down the sidelines and out of bounds in Cyclone territory at the 41-yard line. Ottawa had a little bit of pressure on Harvey, but then he stepped up in the pocket and found an open lane and picks up the first down at the 41 of the Cyclones. Trip receivers left side this time. Harvey calling signals quick to his left. Harvey will throw across the middle and threw it behind his intended receiver, Blake, and the pass falls incomplete at the 35. Four minutes gone at Wellsville, Anderson County, and the Eagles scoreless. Here it's 0-0 with 4:33 to play, first period. 2nd and 10, Baldwin at the Ottawa 41-yard line. Handoff to Quick, looking for an opening, cuts it against the grain, picks up yardage to about the 37. That'll be a gain of 4 and bring up a 3rd and 6. Covison and Aho in on the stop. Baldwin high facing 3rd and 6 at the Ottawa 37. Harvey rolls right. He'll throw. He's got a man. It's Lang. And the catch made and the first down inside the Cyclone 30 at about the 26. Alan Morris made the tackle, but not before the first down picked up at the 27-yard line. And the Bulldogs are driving. Harvey goes over to the sideline to get the play call. He'll send twin receivers left, twins right. He rolls left, looks to run, and now tries to stretch it out, and Ottawa runs him out of bounds after a gain of a couple. Covison again on the stop. Gain on the play of a couple, 2nd down 8. Clock nearing the 3-minute mark of the first period, 0-0, but the Bulldogs threatening. Baldwin comes up. Harvey fakes, now throws out in the flat, has Lang once again, tackled immediately by Colin Creech, but a gain down to the 20 will bring up 3rd and 3. So the Bulldogs in 4-down territory here. In a very fast-moving first period. Tegan Trout brings in the play call. He is the backup quarterback, actually. Third and 3. He hands off to Quick, fighting toward the first down yardage. I don't know that he made it as he was pushed back. Aho and Lee were there, and the spot is going to be just a little bit shy, it would appear. It'll be 4th down and 1. And a pretty big play here early as they spot the football at the 18. So 4th down, a full 1 yard to go. Trout again is in at quarterback, Quick to his left. Trout now goes under center. Cyclones looking to avoid jumping offside, and now Baldwin's got to burn a timeout. Timeout will come with 1:08 to play in the first quarter. The score is Ottawa 0, Baldwin 0, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Baldwin faces 4th and 1 at the Cyclone 18-yard line. Harvey's back in the ball game. He has Quick and Lang in the backfield with him, so look for him to carry behind those two backs. He goes right up the middle, and he has the first down and more to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Baldwin. Harvey broke one tackle at the line of scrimmage and had open field the rest of the way, and the Bulldogs have jumped out on top 6-0. Baldwin will go for 2. They spread the field. Harvey rolling left, looks to throw or maybe run. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage, but finds his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. There is timeout on the field with 1:02 to go in the first period. The score is Baldwin 8, Ottawa 0, and we'll return with the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Cyclone fans, stand up and cheer. Ottawa debit cards are here. Show your Cyclone school spirit with an exclusive Ottawa High School debit card, available only at Arvest Bank. Get yours today by opening a new checking account or upgrading your existing Arvest debit card. Even better, each card supports the Booster Club. Arvest encourages you to support local students and their after-school activities. Stop by their location on 3rd Street in Ottawa to get your Cyclones debit card today. Arvest Bank, member FDIC. Fees may apply.
71-yard drive for the Bulldogs. They score on a 4th and 1, 18-yard run by senior Will Harvey. Back deep for Ottawa High. Looks like it's Seth Cubison and Dadrian Aho. Double check the numbers. Placement man for Baldwin is Tanner O'Connor, a junior. We're nearly through the first period here. Like I said, this game is moving right along. Short kick. It's going to back. Be fielded by Aho at the 21. Aho with a head of steam across the 40, all the way out to the 43-yard line. So a good field position for the Cyclones to start this drive. Trailing 8-0. Ottawa moved the ball into Bulldog territory on their first possession, but elected to punt on a 4th and 3. That may have been a mistake. It was not a good punt. And then Baldwin got the offense going. Creech and Cubison wide to the right. This way it's Aho and Richards. In motion Creech. He'll get it on the reverse. Looking to turn it upfield. He's across the 50. still on his feet to the 48, and a nice gain by Colin Creech on the wide receiver reverse. That's a gain of 8, second down 2. Lee comes in replacing Creech. Lee will split wide to the right. Single receiver this side. Handoff to the up back, and not much there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That was Aaron Clevenger. No gain on the play. Third down 2 coming up, and that is the end of the first quarter. At the end of one period here at Liston Stadium, the score is Baldwin 8 and Ottawa nothing. And we'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Ottawa High Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Legacy Square is complete, and now you have even more convenient access to all of your prescription needs at Kramer Pharmacy, your local Ottawa pharmacy at 134 South Main. Call 242-2055 or visit KramerRx.com.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Cosentino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Cosentino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
When it comes to your home, quality matters, and when quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call to have your air conditioning system serviced today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
8-0 Baldwin as we get set for the second quarter. Ottawa has a 3rd and 2 from the Baldwin 48-yard line. Here are scores that we have. Central Heights leading Linden 6-0, our KOFO game of the week. It's Piper 7, Eudora 0. Paola leads Bonner Springs 7-0. Spring Hill on top of Lewisburg 7-0. And Baser Linwood and Tonganoxie tied 7 apiece. Now Paola scored again. They're up on Bonner Springs 14-0 at home tonight. 3rd down 2 for Ottawa High. 2 men in the backfield with Kessinger. Blitz being shown. And handoff goes to Clevenger, who fights his way forward and got the first down, it appears, at the 46. So Clevenger got 2.5, and the Cyclones move the chains. Baldwin leading at 8-0, early second period. High school football scoreboard show tonight at 10 o'clock right here on KOFO. Tomorrow evening it's OU football. Braves taking on the Southwestern Mound Builders. 6 o'clock kick, 5 o'clock pregame. 1st and 10. Kessinger will keep it himself, avoids a man, nice stutter step. He'll pick up positive yardage and run out of bounds finally at about the 47-yard line. That was a nice move that Kessinger made on the defender who had a chance to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. Made lemonade out of lemons right there. Gain of 3, second down. Check that, gain of 4, second and 6. Ball just inside the Baldwin 42-yard line. Twin receivers, Richards and Aho split to the far side. Creech and Covison come this side. Kessinger will throw, passes tipped, and then finally caught or dropped. Let's see. It was caught by Aho. And it'll be a gain on the play of 4 yards and bring up a 3rd down and a long 2. That was a dangerous pass. Looked like there was a Baldwin defender right there. That might have been why Aho had trouble bringing it in, but 3rd and 2 upcoming. Clock at 10:50 to play second period. The Cyclones down by 8. Kessinger calling signals. He'll hand off to Clevenger, who's hit at the line of scrimmage. He fights forward for a yard, but he does not have the first down at the 37. That play took just a little bit too long to develop, and Baldwin got defenders across the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a fourth. In fact, they didn't give him anything at all. I think that's not a good spot right there. Clevenger looked like he did reach the 37. So Cyclones will go for it here. Two receivers left, two receivers right. Fourth down and 2. Blitz being shown up the middle. Here it comes. Kessinger will step up, try to run it. He'll throw late. The pass caught by Aho. Aho into the secondary. He's going to score. Touchdown, Ottawa. Now the question is whether or not Kessinger was ahead or in front of the line of scrimmage, but they say he was not, and it is a 37-yard touchdown pass. Kessinger to Aho. Folks, I'm going to tell you, if they look at that on film, I think they're going to find out that Kessinger might have been across the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, touchdown Ottawa, and the Cyclones are on the board. Ottawa will go for 2 here. Clevenger behind Kessinger in the backfield. Rolling left, looking, he's got a man wide open, but instead overthrows a receiver in the corner, and the 2-point conversion no good. There's timeout on the field with 9:41 to play in the first half. The score is Baldwin 8 and Ottawa 6, and we'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa High School football on KOFO.
Have you ever walked into a business and been treated so well by the people that work there, you can tell they were meant to do what they do? That's what you feel when you walk into Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. For more than 50 years, you've been treated with personal service and attention while being shown the best in high-quality jewelry and accessories. If you want to drive out of town, be treated like a number so an associate can make a commission, and walk out with jewelry like everybody else, go right ahead. But for a unique jewelry buying experience, walk into Sutton's Jewelry at 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 2.
That was a 57-yard drive for Ottawa High, capped off by the 37-yard fourth down touchdown pass from Kessinger to Aho. 2-point conversion, no good, so Cyclones trail 8-6. Fogel will tee it up. Heck and Blake are back deep for Baldwin. Wind has died down considerably here. Flag pretty much limp on the standard on the east side of the stadium. Fogel's kick is another short one, and a fair catch called for and then dropped, but picked up by Jalen Flory, and Baldwin will have it around the 33-yard line. Baldwin went 71 yards on their last possession for a score. They come up here on 1st and 10. Harvey hands it off to Quick, looking to go right. Now he's going to be hit in the backfield. Fights his way forward back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a half a yard. But Ottawa had that one sniffed out pretty well, and good defense there by Nicholas Reimer. He strung that play out, and Quick had no place to go. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down 9. Clock is running, 9:06 to play first half. Bulldogs by 2. Looking to throw is Trout. Left-hander throws. A pass incomplete. It was intended for Lang. Coverage for the Cyclones by Kale Lane. So Trout, the junior, goes 6'2", 170. He's a left-hander. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Lebo leads Waverly 8-0. That is in the first period. Wellsville's jumped on top of Anderson County, 8-0 Eagles, early second period. 3rd down, 9. Man in motion is Lang. And it's a double reverse. Cyclones don't have anybody out there. And there goes Caden Blake down the sidelines. He's to the 35. One man to beat. And a touchdown-saving tackle by Ethan Jansen. But a huge gain for Baldwin all the way to the Cyclone 23-yard line. Flag, though, thrown back at the Baldwin 45, and it appears this one's going to come back. Holding on Baldwin. The penalty marked from the spot of the foul. And a 10-yard mark-off will move it back to around the 35, where it'll now be 3rd down and 7. Wow, that is huge. That play opened up very well for the Bulldogs as Ottawa over-pursued right and ended up paying the price, but Baldwin got a little bit of help. Piper has scored again, 13-0. They lead Eudora. Back to throw Trout. Throws deep down the field into triple coverage. Pass is going to be knocked away. Jose Richards had the coverage. The pass was intended for Lang, and it'll be 4th down. And there's an injured Cyclone in the Baldwin backfield. That is Jansen. Baldwin's trainer, Gary Stavanis, out there along with OHS head coach Rob Hedrick. Cyclones just not very deep here at all this year, and any injury kind of gets magnified. The Cyclones really can't afford that kind of an injury to this junior Ethan Jansen. We'll see what it is. May hopefully just be a cramp, but they will take a look and see, and they're going to send each team to the sideline, so it may be relatively serious. We'll take a timeout here with 8:12 to play in the first half. Baldwin leads Ottawa 8-6, and we'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a brave. Visit ottawa.edu. Cyclone fans, stand up and cheer. Ottawa debit cards are here. Show your Cyclone school spirit with an exclusive Ottawa High School debit card, available only at Arvest Bank. Get yours today by opening a new checking account or upgrading your existing Arvest debit card. Even better, each card supports the Booster Club. Arvest encourages you to support local students and their after-school activities. Stop by their location on 3rd Street in Ottawa to get your Cyclones debit card today. Arvest Bank, member FDIC. Fees may apply.
Jansen walked off under his own power, appears to be all right. And we've already had the punt on 4th down by Baldwin. Garber kicked it near sideline, did not get off a good boot. and it rolls dead at the Ottawa 45-yard line. That's where the Cyclones will start this possession with 8:04 to play in the first half. Basel Linwood has scored again. They lead Tonganoxie 14-7 in the second period. Olpe on top of Osawatomie, 21-0. That game also in the second quarter. Ottawa comes up. Kissinger out of the shotgun with Clevenger behind him. Back to throw, across the middle, pass incomplete, intended for Covison on the look-in pass, and it'll be second down 10. Another touchdown for the Panthers of Paola. They lead Bonner Springs 21-0. At the end of one, Central Heights leads Linden still 6-0. Log on to KOFO.com and find your way to the KOFO Game of the Week. Luke Queen is there to bring you that play-by-play. Second and 10, Ottawa. Rolling is Kessinger. He stiff arms a man, but he can't get away from Tristan Heck. He will lose yardage back to the 43. There is a flag down across the way. It's illegal motion against Ottawa. You would imagine that the Bulldogs will decline that penalty. They do, and it'll bring up a third down 12 for the Cyclones. .7:40 and the clock running. Ottawa down 8-6. Richards wide left, Aho wide right. Wings both sides this time. Blitz being shown by the Bulldogs. Kessinger rolls out right, looks downfield, throws for Aho. The pass is knocked away on a fine defensive play, but no, there's a flag down. That'll be interference called on Heck. So evidently Heck got his hand on the shoulder pads of Aho, and it'll be defensive pass interference, and the Cyclones will keep the drive alive. The 15-yard mark off will move the ball all the way to the Baldwin 42. Northern Heights on top of Osage City in the second period, 6-0. So now Ottawa has it at the 42 of Baldwin, first and 10. Same formation. Running is Kessinger right, looking for some place to go, and he'll run out of bounds after a 2-yard gain to the 42. That looked like that might have been an option play, but Baldwin got in there pretty quickly. Second down and 8 with the clock stopped at 7:13 to go in the half. Eric Dunaway is the receiver this side. Richards wide to the left. Blitz being shown up the middle. Handoff goes to Clevenger. He won't get much. He crosses the 40, gets maybe a half a yard. I don't even think they're going to give him that. So now Rob Hendrick has a decision to make here. I'll check that. I'm sorry, it's third down. Third down 8. Cyclones facing 3rd and 8. Kessinger looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, now throws out in the flat. He finds Clevenger, who breaks the tackle. He's got the first down and more inside the 25. So a 17-yard pickup, and the Cyclones move the chains. They have it 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Clock is running, 6:11 to play in the second period. Three men in the backfield this time. Handoff on the trap goes to Clevenger, fighting his way forward to the 15, and a nice run by the sophomore. They'll spot his forward progress just inside the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. End of one quarter, Mission Valley leads West Franklin tonight 12-0. Second down 3, just shy of the 15-yard line. Here comes a blitz across the middle. Pass complete to Aho. Inside the 5. Still on his feet. Down to the 2. Aho was open and then fought his way forward to a 1st and goal Ottawa at the 2-yard line. Aho and Clevenger lined up behind Kessinger. And now we're going to whistle and a timeout called for by the Cyclones. It comes with 4:44 to play in the first half. Baldwin leads at 8-6. And we'll return in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Seniors, are you looking for a fun way to stay active and enjoy time with others? Fusion Alley has just the thing. Join a Fusion Alley Senior League and go bowling again in Ottawa. Get your 3-person team together and register today. Senior Leagues will be starting soon, every Wednesday at noon, but they're filling up fast, so sign up and secure your spot today. It's as simple as calling Fusion Alley right now at 785-242-BOWL. That's 785-242-2695. Fusion Alley. Good, clean fun at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in Ottawa.
Ottawa uses its first time out of the half. They have it 1st and goal at the Baldwin 2. Linden has tied Central Heights up 6-6 in the second period. Spring Hill leads Lewisburg 10-6 also in the second. Still looking for scores on Santa Fe Trail Prairie View and also Madison Hamilton at Meridazine Valley. Cyclones will come up 1st and goal. Lee is the blocking back up front. The handoff will go to Aho, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss. Breaking through was Toby Thomas. And that'll end up being a loss of 2 yards on the play. 2nd and goal at the 4. Richards wide to the left. Dunaway split to this side of the field. Lee comes in motion right. Handoff goes this time to Clevenger. Clevenger will fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa. The Cyclones take the lead 12-8. Let's see if they go for two here. They will go for two. Again, Clevenger and Aho in the backfield along with Kessinger. Lee up front. Baldwin showing blitz up the middle. And now a fumble on the exchange from Kessinger to Aho. And the two-point conversion is no good. Timeout on the field with 3:54 to play before halftime. The score is Ottawa 12, Baldwin 8. Kickoff comes your way in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. All of our locations sell monuments. We have talented people who are experts in bringing your ideas to life to help you create the monument you envision. The possibilities are unlimited.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323. Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit ottawaherald.com.
Cyclones go 55 yards for the score. The big play was the pass interference penalty that gave Ottawa a first down inside Baldwin territory. And the final 4 yards covered by the sophomore Aaron Clevenger, his first touchdown for the Cyclones. Kivrian Heck and Caden Blake are back deep for Baldwin. Pacer Linwood and Tonganoxie are now tied up 14-14. And Anderson County has tied Wellsville 8-8. Vogel's kick is another short one, and it'll be fielded on the run by Heck, and Heck has it across the 35 out to the 36 before Creech makes the tackle. So Baldwin with it 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line with about 3:48 to go here in the first half. Bonner Springs has scored on Paola, now 21-7 Panthers. That game in the second period. Harvey calling signals. Option play right. Pitch back goes to Quick, who's got running room. He's across the 45, down the sideline into Cyclone territory at the 49. The Bulldogs come right out with the option play, and they pick up big yardage. It's 1st and 10 inside Ottawa territory at the 49. Harvey rolling left this time. He'll pitch back to Quick, and Quick has running room left side, 40, 35, and down the sideline and out of bounds, finally at the Ottawa 27. The Cyclones doing a poor job on the last couple of plays protecting the outer edges. Just outside the 26-yard line. Baldwin will send twin receivers to each side. And we're going to have a timeout call for by the Cyclones. The timeout comes with 3:10 to play in the first half. Ottawa on top 12-8, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Pizza Time at 208 South Main in historic downtown Ottawa is very proud to be a locally owned and operated part of the community. From supporting our schools and charities to backing our sports teams, Pizza Time has been serving the area in more than just pizza since 1985. Dine in, carry out, or free delivery. Remember, Pizza Time is here to continue to serve up the area's favorite pizza. Look us up and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or just call us at 242-TIME. You know what time it is? It's always Pizza Time.
Evercraft engine stands available at Napa Auto Parts in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Ottawa burning a timeout as they got burned a couple of times on the option pitch. Baldwin has gone from its own 36 to the Cyclone 26-yard line in just 2 plays. On first down, they will come up with trip receivers right. And Harvey drops the ball, now under heavy pressure. He avoids that, but he's going to be hit, and he gets away from that too, and now he's got running room left. He's to a 30. He's to a 25, 20, and out of bounds inside the 15. Check that, the 16-yard line. Well, the Cyclones had 2 good chances to get him way back around the 35, missed them both, and Harvey, who goes 5'10", 180, picks up enough for a Baldwin first down at the 16. That stops the clock with 2:55 to go before half. Boy, when you have that guy in the backfield, you got to wrap him up. Handoff goes to Quick, hit at the line of scrimmage, and gets really about nothing. Trevison made the initial hit. Hempel was there as well. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Harvey with Quick to his right. He'll roll right, looking to throw. Now we'll reverse it the other way, and this time he'll be dragged down from behind by Peyton Lee back at the 20. Well, that time, that may have actually been orchestrated by Baldwin to do just that, but Ottawa did a much better job of staying at home on the weak side, and Lee was able to tackle Harvey from behind. Clock is running, 1:42 to play in the first half. Spring Hill has scored again. They lead Lewisburg 17-6. On second down, Harvey looks to throw. He'll throw it across the middle. He's got a man inside the 10 and down inside the 5. It's Gavin Lang. Morris had the coverage, but the pass was perfectly thrown by Harvey, and it's 1st and goal at the 3. Baldwin comes up quickly. Harvey rolls right, looks to run. He's going to get hit at the 1 and be dropped short of the goal line. Aho made the touchdown saving tackle, but it's 2nd and goal at the 1. Harvey again, this time trying the left side. He will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baldwin. So the Bulldogs retake the lead on the 64-yard drive. Baldwin, you would think, based on what they're doing here, do not trust their kickers as they're going to go for two. Harvey rolls left. He looks to throw, now steps up, tries to get it inside, but he does not get to the end zone, and the two-point conversion is no good. There's timeout on the field with 34 seconds to play in the first half. Baldwin 14, Ottawa 12, and we'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO.
Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no-fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Baldwin back on top, 14-12, 34 seconds to play in the first half. Tonganoxie has scored again. They've taken the lead on Baser Linwood, 21-14 to score at Tonganoxie. O'Connor will kick it off. High kick, and that is an offside going against Baldwin. They're going to call this one back. So a Bulldog jumped across the 40-yard line before the ball was kicked. And they'll have to do it again. So O'Connor once again boots it deep. That one's going to be fielded by Aho at the 16. Aho across the 30, looking for some running room, cuts it against the grain out to the 35, and brought down there with just 26 seconds to play in the half. Now, if you're Ottawa High, you get the second half kickoff. There's no reason to do anything foolish right here. You want to make sure that you're going to keep this game within 2 points. If you can break something, that's great. Cyclones will come up. They'll have trip receivers near side, Twins left, and so they'll go with an empty backfield here. Kessinger to throw, out in the flat, finds Aho, who avoids one tackler, gets it down to the 37. The clock will continue to run. I think if I'm the Cyclones, I just let it run out right here. 12 seconds. Now down inside 10. And that is going to end the first half of play. At halftime, the score is Baldwin 14 and Ottawa 12. We'll be back with halftime here from Liston Stadium in Baldwin City after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. CareFirstCredit.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit OttawaHerald.com.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Legacy Square is complete, and now you have even more convenient access to all of your prescription needs at Kramer Pharmacy, your local Ottawa pharmacy at 134 South Main. Call 242-2055 or visit kramerrx.com.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. That's why Vistaprint is offering 500 truly personalized business cards starting at $9.99. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company, or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. Get 500 business cards starting at $9.99 with promo code 8888. That's promo code 8888 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint. Own the now.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Evercraft sockets and tools available at Napa Auto Parts in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Game at the half, and it's been a good one. Baldwin leads Ottawa by the score of 14-12. Took us almost the entire first quarter of play before anybody got on the board. It was Baldwin scoring first as the Bulldogs drove it 71 yards. And on a 4th and 1, Will Harvey took it off the right tackle and went 18 yards for the score. Harvey then tacked on the 2-point run, which is, at this point, is the difference in the ball game, and Baldwin led it 8-0. Cyclones came right back on their next possession. They drove it 57 yards, and on a 4th down situation, 4th and 2, Caleb Kessinger looked like he was going to be stopped running the ball short of the line of scrimmage, and then he looked up and passed it over the middle, and Dadrian Aho took it to the house. The play covered 37 yards. The 2-point pass was no good. It was 8-6 Baldwin at the 9:41 mark of the second period. Then the Cyclones got the football back, and they drove it 55 yards to pay dirt. Aaron Clevenger on a 4-yard run with 3:54 to play in the half. Cyclones again went for 2. The run was no good. It was 12-8. Ottawa high at that point, but Baldwin quickly down the field and got a 1-yard run from Will Harvey. Will Harvey doing almost all the damage on that drive. I'm sorry. Actually, it was Connor Quick that did most of the damage on the option play, as Baldwin went from the 36 all the way down to the Cyclone 26, and then a couple of nice runs by Harvey got it down to where Harvey could run it in from the 1. They missed the 2-point conversion. That's where we stand here at intermission. Baldwin on top of the Cyclones by the score of 14-12. Let's take a 2-minute break here. Come back with more here from Liston Stadium in Baldwin City. You are listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO.
Tired of opening your closet and never finding what you want to wear? We can help. Stitch Fix is a personal styling service that matches you with your own stylist. Someone who listens to what you love and delivers the best clothes for you right to your door. It starts with a simple profile you create in just minutes. Browse through different styles and share notes with your stylist about what you love, what you'd rather avoid, and what you can't live without. For a small $20 styling fee, your clothes are hand-selected for you based on your profile and then delivered to you so you can try them on in the comfort of your own home. Pay only for what you keep and send everything else back. Plus, the styling fee is applied to what you keep, and shipping, returns, and exchanges are always free. With Stitch Fix, you'll get to discover new styles, new brands, and new looks you might not be able to find anywhere else. And everything is hand-selected to fit your unique shape and your budget. Discover the stylists and styles that work for you at StitchFix.com. Personal styling for women, men, and kids. StitchFix.com. Personal styling for everybody.
Napa know-how.
Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Curb appeal. You know it when you see it. And with the Home Depot, today is the day for doing. Boost your curb appeal with the best brands at the best prices. From new garage doors to colorful flowers, exterior lights to a new coat of paint, inspiration to installation. You can get everything you need on a budget, like select special order windows and doors, now 15% off. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Offer valid through September 11th. U.S. only. See store for details.
Evercraft Air Tools available at Napa Auto Parts in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Back here in Baldwin City, where Baldwin leads the Cyclones at the half, the score is 14-12. The difference, a 2-point conversion run by Baldwin on their first touchdown of the night. Cyclones have done a pretty good job of moving the football here in the first half of play. They've shown some offensive prowess, and they've opened some nice holes for the running backs from time to time, too. And that kind of goes back to what Coach Rob Hendrick said during the pregame show, that he was happy with what he had seen so far out of his young linemen. And they've done a pretty decent job. Baldwin has stunted quite a bit, looking to find an opening, and they have had some success with it, but Ottawa's made them pay a few times as well. The Cyclones have got to do a better job of defending the perimeter, as Baldwin has gotten some nice gains by the halfback Quick, also by Harvey, the quarterback, and they lead here at the half by 2, 14-12. Taking a look at other scores in the area at halftime, Mission Valley is leading West Franklin 12-0. Last score we have for you for Central Heights and Linden, tied up at 6. At halftime, Wellsville leads Anderson County 14-8. The Eagles playing at home tonight. Also at the half, Piper 19, Eudora 0. Paola is leading Bonner Springs in the second period, 35-7. It's Spring Hill on top of Lewisburg, 24-6, and that's a bit of a surprise. Spring Hill, of course, has really had some nice football teams, but Lewisburg has been a power over the last 10, 15, even up to 20 years, and that's a pretty impressive score for the Broncos in the first game of the season. Another impressive performance by the Chieftains of Tonganoxie, who lead Baser Linwood, who've really had fine football teams here of late, and it's Tonganoxie 28, Baser Linwood 14 at the half. Last score we had on Northern Heights, Osage City. Northern Heights was on top 6-0. We had a score of 21-0, Olpe leading Osawatomie, and a halftime score from down at Lacine, where Prairie View leads Santa Fe Trail 15-7. Well, the score we don't have to report to you is on Maritime Valley hosting Madison Hamilton this evening. Here it's 14-12, Baldwin over Ottawa, and we'll take a 2-minute break, come back with more. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Tired of opening your closet and never finding what you want to wear? We can help. Stitch Fix is a personal styling service that matches you with your own stylist. Someone who listens to what you love and delivers the best clothes for you right to your door. It starts with a simple profile you create in just minutes. Browse through different styles and share notes with your stylist about what you love, what you'd rather avoid, and what you can't live without. For a small $20 styling fee, your clothes are hand-selected for you based on your profile and then delivered to you so you can try them on in the comfort of your own home. Pay only for what you keep and send everything else back. Plus, the styling fee is applied to what you keep, and shipping, returns, and exchanges are always free. With Stitch Fix, you'll get to discover new styles, new brands, and new looks you might not be able to find anywhere else. And everything is hand-selected to fit your unique shape and your budget. Discover the stylists and styles that work for you at StitchFix.com. Personal styling for women, men, and kids. StitchFix.com. Personal styling for everybody.
Now's the time to travel and be with the people you care about the most. And at Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, we're helping you be there for less. Save at least 25% at thousands of hotels worldwide if you book by September 24th. You won't want this moment to pass you by. So book today at holidayinn.com. Terms and conditions apply.
My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish. Now I feel great. That's because I increased my fiber intake with the Metamucil 2-week challenge. And I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days. It's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at Metamucil.com today. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Car need a paint job? Napa Auto Parts can mix paint to ensure your car looks the way you want it. In Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Back here at Liston Stadium, Baldwin leads Ottawa 14-12 at intermission. Don't forget, tonight at 10 o'clock, we have the high school football scoreboard show for you. Your host, Nick Gosdell, will have scores and reports from around the state of Kansas on the first Friday night of football season. It's 10 o'clock tonight, and every Friday night, the high school football scoreboard show on KOFO. Tomorrow afternoon, we have Ottawa University football. The game actually starts at 6. It's a 5 o'clock pregame as the Braves travel to Winfield in their season opener. Southwestern already with a game under their belt. They lost last week to Midland College. But the Braves and the Mound Builders will take to the gridiron tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Again, our pregame begins at 5 o'clock. And all the action of OU Braves football with Bob Johnson calling the games this season on KOFO. And he also has the Kent Kissinger Show live from Pizza Time every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. You might want to drop by Pizza Time. Check out our little broadcast area right in front by the window. Check out some of the great specials they have there at Pizza Time. It's the Kent Kissinger Show each Tuesday night on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Let's take a look at the Cyclones sports calendar for the week. Girls tennis plays Wednesday, and they are on the road at Topeka Seaman. Girls golf gets underway with a home meet at Great Life on Monday the 9th, and then on Thursday they travel to Wamego for an invitational there. Boys soccer has one match this week. That is at home against Baldwin on Thursday the 12th. Cross country will run at Lexington Lake Park. I believe that's hosted by Bonner Springs, if I'm not mistaken, and that is also on Thursday the 12th. Volleyball has 2 nights of action. On Tuesday, they're up here at Baldwin to take on the Bulldogs, and then on Thursday they host a triangular with Lawrence High and Batesor Linwood. The Ottawa University sports calendar looks like this. Cross country runs tomorrow at the J.K. Gold Classic. That is down in Wichita. Soccer, both men and women are at Dordt College up in Iowa tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, they will be traveling to Midland, Nebraska for both ladies and men's soccer. And volleyball is playing today. They beat Missouri Valley College. I believe they're playing right now against Valley City State, and they lost the first set. We'll have to see if we can get an update for you on that. They then will play tomorrow versus the College of St. Mary, not the University of St. Mary, the one that's in our conference. This is the College of St. Mary of Nebraska, and also Haskell will be their opponent tomorrow. And then on Thursday, they'll be at home to take on Columbia College. Both teams are out of the locker room. It's 14-12 Baldwin. Cyclones will get the second half kickoff, and that will come your way after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Ottawa High School football on KOFO.
Tired of opening your closet and never finding what you want to wear? We can help. Stitch Fix is a personal styling service that matches you with your own stylist. Someone who listens to what you love and delivers the best clothes for you right to your door. It starts with a simple profile you create in just minutes. Browse through different styles and share notes with your stylist about what you love, what you'd rather avoid, and what you can't live without. For a small $20 styling fee, your clothes are hand-selected for you based on your profile and then delivered to you so you can try them on in the comfort of your own home. Pay only for what you keep and send everything else back. Plus, the styling fee is applied to what you keep, and shipping, returns, and exchanges are always free. With Stitch Fix, you'll get to discover new styles, new brands, and new looks you might not be able to find anywhere else. And everything is hand-selected to fit your unique shape and your budget. Discover the stylist and styles that work for you at StitchFix.com. Personal styling for women, men, and kids. StitchFix.com. Personal styling for everybody.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
On Westwood One Podcast Network.
So you think women don't want to hear women? I challenge you to check out an episode of my new podcast, Breaking Through with Elena.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, Elena, good to see you.
You know, I've featured well over 30 women on this podcast at this point, and we always talk about women that have influenced them in their careers. Nearly every single one has named Tanya Tucker.
Really?
Yes, especially Maren Morris.
She's a little dog.
Breaking Through with Elena. Download it free wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what Napa Know-How means? Their staff is knowledgeable and friendly, serving you in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Back here at Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, where Baldwin leads Ottawa, heading to the third quarter, 14-12. Again, the other scores that we have: Prairie View at half leading Santa Fe Trail 15-0. Last score we had on Olpe and Osawatomie, it was Olpe 21 and the Trojans of Osawatomie 0. Northern Heights was leading Osage City 6-0 at halftime. Tonganoxie beating Baser Linwood 28-14. Also at the half, Spring Hill on top of Lewisburg 24-6. Paola leading Bonner Springs 35-7. Piper shutting out Eudora 19-0. Wellsville retook the lead right before half against Anderson County, 14-8 the score there. Central Heights trails Linden. They ran the opening kickoff back, but then Linden has run off 18 unanswered points since then. That's a halftime score, 18-6. And again, Luke Queen is there to bring you the KOFO Game of the Week on KOFO.com. And finally, Mission Valley is on top of West Franklin at halftime, 12-0 the score there. Spring Hill comes to Ottawa next Friday night, and the Cyclones and the Broncos will kick it off at around 7 o'clock. We'll be underway with Friday Night Lights at 6, but the pregame show with our interview with Coach Rob Hedrick starts at 6:40 right here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. Again, a nice crowd on hand here. Lots of red across the way. Waiting now for the captains to come back out so we can determine which way everybody's going here in the third period. Looks like the Cyclones will move left to right. Really not much difference here at this point in time, as the wind that had been blowing pretty strongly in the first part of the ball game, pretty much non-existent right now. Richardson Aho drop back deep for Ottawa, and O'Connor will tee it up for the Bulldogs. Well, let's see who made the proper adjustments here at halftime. O'Connor approaches the ball, kicks a line drive kick that will be fielded by Richards at around the 17. Richards out across the 30 to the 32, maybe the 33, and brought down there. First and 10, Ottawa at their own 33-yard line. Again, the Cyclones moved the ball pretty well there in the first half of play. Baldwin showing a four-man defensive front, but they have stunted linebackers throughout the night. Kessinger working out of the pistol here with Clevenger behind him on 1st and 10. Man coming in motion is Aho. He'll get it on the reverse. Nice block out there by Creech, and Aho gets positive yardage out near a first down at the 42-yard line. Colin Creech got a nice block to spring Aho for a gain of 9. Play comes in this time with Cale Lane. Lane will line up as a receiver this side along with Cubison. Twins to the far side of the field also. 2nd down 1, Ottawa. In motion comes Lane, and Kessinger keeps it this time and is wrestled down, and he's got the first down to the 44. Tackle out there was made by Tristan Heck, but the Cyclones moved the chains at the 44 of Ottawa. Creech replaces Lane in the Ottawa lineup. Twins to each side. Again, Clevenger is the deep back. Again, a four-man front for Baldwin. In motion is Creech. Kessinger will keep it himself to the outside. Flag is thrown, and this one will come back. Kessinger got good yardage. He picked up about 8, but that's going to be a hold. Holding called on the Cyclones. Negates a nice run. Spot of the foul was the Ottawa 46, so the net effect is a loss of 8, so be first down and 18. Let's see how the Cyclones respond to this. They've got trip receivers this side. Play clock down to 6. Now 3 in the snap made to throw. Kessinger steps up in the pocket, now looks for somebody, anybody. The pass is picked off. He threw it into coverage, and Caden Blake intercepts it. So the Bulldogs have excellent field position. They will start at the Ottawa 32-yard line, 1st and 10. First turnover of the night for either team. 9:51 to play, third quarter. Baldwin on top, 14-12. Let's see if they can take advantage of the turnover. Harvey is the quarterback. To his right is Quick. Now Harvey under center. Quarterback sneak off the left side. He'll break the 30-yard line, and that's about where they'll spot him, is the 30. It was Lee, Cubison, and Aho there for the stop. Pickup of 2, second down 8. Baldwin next week travels to Piper, take on the Pirates. Ottawa has Spring Hill at home opener. Harvey hands it off to Quick. He is snowed under behind the line of scrimmage, fights his way back near the line of scrimmage, and finally brought down for no gain. Reese Fogel was there to make the tackle. Third down and 8. Baldwin, you would think, is in 4-down territory here. Harvey lost the football, falls on it back at the 32. He was getting ready to roll right, and it looked like the ball hit the running back Quick in the hip. And a break for the Cyclones right there. It'll be 4th and 10 now, and it looks like Baldwin will go for it. They're going to send Trout in. Trout, of course, has played a few snaps at quarterback, and you probably would expect him here in a throwing situation. Big play for the Cyclone defense after the offense turned it over. 4th and 10, Trout will throw. He's hit as he throws, and he throws it up for grabs. Creech knocks it away, incomplete. It was intended out there for Harvey, but good defense by Creech, and the Ottawa Cyclones hold on downs. They'll take over at the 31-yard line. First and 10 Cyclones. Richards wide to the left, Creech wide right. Blitz being shown up the middle. Kessinger will throw, now under pressure, throws it up for grabs, and he throws it away, and that really should probably be intentional grounding. There was really nobody in the vicinity. Richards had run an up route, but they will not call it intentional grounding as there was somebody in the general area. There's a flag down, and it is an intentional grounding call. Truthfully, that's the correct call because there was not anybody within 10 yards of that pass. And that is a mark-off back to the 26 and loss of down. Second down, 15. Kessinger out of the pistol with Clevenger behind him. Pass across the middle, and it's there, Aho, and he's in the open. 40, 35, 30. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Ottawa. A 69-yard touchdown strike. And the Cyclones have retaken the lead. Let's see if Ottawa goes for 1 or 2 here. Now Covison has come up lame. I think it's a leg cramp. I think I said that was a 69-yard pass. That was actually a 74-yard catch and run by Aho. So Cyclones will go for 2 once again. Low snap. Kessinger across the middle overthrows the pass. And again, the two-point conversion fails. There's timeout on the field with 7:25 to play in the third. The score now, Ottawa 18, Baldwin 14. We'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Right now at Kohl's, shop hundreds of epic deals. No coupons needed. Plus, get Kohl's Cash. Women's tops, $9.99. Men's tees, $7.99. Kids tops and bottoms starting at $5.99. Athletic shoes, $49.99 and under. Bath towels, $6.99. An Instant Pot or air fryer, $69.99. It's not your everyday sale. Shop hundreds of epic deals right now at Kohl's. Select styles. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Is it bath time for your vehicle? Use Armor All, Turtle Wax, and Eagle One products at Napa Auto Parts in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, or Gardner.
Ottawa High retakes the lead on the 74-yard touchdown pass from Kessinger to Aho. Little slant pattern that Aho caught and then just outraced the secondary. High school football scoreboard show comes your way tonight at 10 o'clock. Back deep for Baldwin will be Heck and Blake as Fogel tees it up. High end over and kick. That ball will bounce and be fielded by Heck at the 6. Heck with some running room to the outside. He's down the sideline, still on his feet across the 35, and finally hit and dropped at about the 38-yard line. So a nice return by Kiervian Heck. Creech and Richards made the tackle, but Baldwin has good field position to start this drive at the 39. 7:14 to play in the third period. Ottawa has retaken the lead. Harvey calling signals. Option right. Harvey reverses it across the 40. Now tries to backtrack and find more room, but he's hit at the 44, and that'll be a gain of about 5. Morris made the tackle for Ottawa. Second down, 5 for the Bulldogs. Twins to each side of the field. Hand off to Quick, off the left guard. He's got the first down into Ottawa territory and down to around the 46.5-yard line. So Quick on the quick hitter, and Baldwin moves the chains. Stops the clock momentarily with 6:22 to go in the third. Ottawa leads 18-14. Three men in the backfield this time. Rolling left is Harvey, under pressure, and he's going to go down. Initial hit was made out there by Aho, and then Lee finished off the job back at the Baldwin 46. That's a loss on the play of 7 yards. Trip receivers right, single man left on 2nd and long. Handoff goes to Quick, breaks one tackle, breaks to the outside. He's across midfield. He got the yardage back He was tackled by Creech at the Ottawa 47. It'll be a 3rd down and 10. Harvey calling signals. He'll drop to throw. He's under pressure, avoids it. Looking to get to the outside. He's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. And the Cyclones just kept after it. And it'll be a 4th down and 10. So Garber comes in. Baldwin will elect to punt here with 4:07 to go and the clock moving here in the 3rd period. Mission Valley has scored again. They lead West Franklin 18-0 in the 3rd. Good snap. Garber's going to run. He looks to get to the outside. He's got the 45-40. He's got the 1st down and more. Inside the 30-yard line, and Baldwin on the fake punt keeps the drive alive. They spot the ball at the 28. That's a huge play right there, and a big gamble by Coach David Bowen. Lang is in the backfield along with Quick to the left of Harvey on 1st and 10. Harvey will keep it himself. He'll be hit in the backfield. He'll be dropped for a loss by Kale Lane. Loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down 14. Well, now the Cyclone defense has got to step it up. They held Baldwin on downs at about the same spot and then drove down for the go-ahead touchdown. Two receivers each side. Quick to the right of Harvey. 2nd and 14. Rolling right is Harvey. He looks to throw, and the pass is batted down, and that was Talon Morris that knocked it away. Or was it Nicholas Reimer? One of the two. They were both in the same area. And a 3rd down and 14. That stops the clock with 2:33 to play in the 3rd. Cyclones on top 18-14, but Baldwin in Ottawa territory facing 3rd and 14. Harvey on the draw play. Quick tries to bounce it outside. He's hit at the 31 and driven back. Creech, Lane, and Addison Hedges were there. And it'll be 4th down and long. Let's see what you do right here. Harvey comes to the sideline to get the play call. Bulldogs will go for it. Play clock under 10. Harvey just got the play off. It's a pass out in the flat to Heck. Heck breaks one tackle, can't break another, and the Cyclones have held on downs. Once again, Creech was there initially and got help from Norris. So another good defensive stand, that time by Ottawa High, this time after the fake punt. Netted Baldwin a 1st down at the 28. Well, let's see if the Cyclones can march it down the field once again. They've got an injured Bulldog out on the far side of the field. They're going to send the players off to the sideline. We'll take a quick 30-second break here with Ottawa on top 18-14. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
It's not easy crushing it like a boss and looking like a goddess. We can't help with your busy schedule, but if you aren't eating everything you should and feel a little guilty, GNC Women's Ultra Mega 1 Daily Multivitamins can help support your immune health for only $9.99. That's a 50% price reduction. With GNC Women's Ultra Mega 1 Daily Multis, you get the best support for your immune system, plus collagen for hair, skin, and nails, and a whole lot more. Stop in GNC or visit gnc.com/multis to get all your wellness essentials starting at $9.99.
Couple of score updates for you. Anderson County has taken the lead on Wellsville 15-14, and Piper has scored again on Eudora. They lead the Cardinals 27-0. All the scores and reports from around the state of Kansas tonight on the High School Football Scoreboard Show coming your way in about 1 hour and 20 minutes here on KOFO. They tend to the injured Baldwin player across the field. Tuesday night, it's the Kent Kessinger Show here on KOFO. OU play-by-play man Bob Johnson talks to Coach Kessinger, some of the other coaches, some of the players on the team from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Tune in every Tuesday for the Kent Kessinger Show on KOFO. Kivrian Heck is the injured Baldwin player walking off under his own power. So that may well be a leg cramp. Cyclones will have the football at their own 32 with 1:31 to play, third period. If you're the Cyclones, you want to continue putting pressure on that Baldwin defense. Ottawa's up by 4 at this point. They'll come up 1st and 10 with Clevenger behind Kessinger and twin receivers to each side of the field. Blitz coming. Handoff to Clevenger off the left side. Breaks a tackle, gets it out across the 35, picks up about 3 yards. Like the way Clevenger runs, he gets ahead of steam, and he's going to pick up 2 or 3 just with that. Second down, 7. 2 backs in the backfield this time along with Kessinger. I believe the other one is Aho. And it'll be Aho on the carry, and he gets maybe a yard to the 36. We'll check the number, make sure that is indeed who it is. No, I'm sorry, that was Clevenger with the carry. Not much that time. 3rd down, and let's call it a long 6. Ottawa will have to run one more play here in the 3rd period. They'd like to move the chains, pick up a 1st down. Empty backfield. Trips right, twins left, and Kessinger on the quarterback draw. 40, 45, 48-yard line. Good call right there by the Cyclones. They'll spot the football just outside the Cyclone 48. And once they start the clock up, it will run out the 3rd period. And we played 3 here at Liston Stadium. The Cyclones on top, 18-14. And we're back in 1 minute. This is Ottawa High Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Prescription products require an online physician consultation and are only available if the physician determines a prescription is appropriate. See website for full details.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to 4hims.com/joy. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your first month for just $5. forhims.com/joy.
Cyclone offense will start the fourth period at their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Moving right to left, and again, the wind now no factor at all. Clevenger is the running back. Ottawa will go with wings each side. Creech right, Aho left. Handoff Clevenger. No, check that. I'm sorry. Wing back reverse to Creech. And Creech will fight his way forward into Baldwin territory for a gain of about 3. And that was a good run by Creech as he was hitting the backfield. There is a flag down, though. That should be a hold probably from where the penalty flag was thrown. It'll be marked off from the Ottawa 44, so that is a big penalty right there. Moves it all the way back to the Cyclone 34 and brings up a first down and about 25. Wellsville's retaken the lead on Anderson County. 20-15 the score now. Ottawa on 1st and long. Blitz being shown. Rolling out is Kessinger, looking to turn the corner. He'll be hit, fights his way forward for some positive yardage to around the 37. Actually, it looks like they'll spot him down at the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5. So Kessinger turned on the burners right there and picked up positive yardage. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Ottawa High leading at 18-14, 11 minutes to play. Richards wide to the left, Aho wide right. Now the Cyclones will change formations. Looked like they moved early. Lee, the up back, got a little bit of a head start right there, and that flag will push it back another 5 yards. And bring up a 2nd down and 25, again back at the 34. Those are those types of first game penalties. Ottawa hasn't had many of those tonight. The hold that they just had was really one that hurt them, because it was a hold behind the line of scrimmage. This penalty moves it back to the 34, where it's now 2nd down and 25. Linebackers come up. 8 in the box now. Blitz being shown. Handoff goes to Clem. No pass. Out in the flat, Aho makes the catch and then lost it out of bounds. They say the catch was made, and they brought him down at the 39, so it's a pickup of 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 20. Well, the Cyclones would like to get some positive yardage here, even if they don't pick up the first down. Empty backfield. Kessinger to throw, throws out in the flat to Richards. Richards got a block. He breaks a tackle, 45-50, and inside Baldwin territory to the 48-yard line. And that is a big play because it actually gives Ottawa a much better spot to punt from. It'll be 4th down and about 7. Clock is running, 10:07 to play. Kessinger will punt it away. Back deep is Blake for Baldwin. Kicks away, high kick, far sideline. It bounces, takes a sideways roll, and will roll dead at the 25. So a kick of 23 yards, no return, and Baldwin 75 away from pay dirt, trailing by 4 with 9:47 to go. At the end of 3, Prairie View on top of Santa Fe Trail tonight, 29-7. Eudora has scored within 20 now of Piper, 27-7. That game just starting the 4th period. First and 10. Harvey out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Quick, and Quick is bottled up quickly. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Final score from Melbourne tonight. Madison Hamilton all over Meridazine Valley, 64-8 the final. And that was just a halftime ball game. That was just one half. Paola has scored again. Their lead over Bonner Springs is now 42-7. So the Panthers look like they have reloaded. Second down 11, let's say, back at the 25. Harvey rolls right, looking to pitch, does to Quick. Quick across the 30, out to the 33. That's a pickup of about 9. It'll be third down and a couple. Richards made the tackle. Clock is running, 8:40 to go in the game. Big play coming up here, third down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Play clock down to 10 now as the Bulldogs reach the line of scrimmage. Harvey brings Lang in motion. It'll be a delay to Quick. Quick's hitting the backfield. Lane has him wrapped up, and it's a loss on the play. Excellent job there by Cale Lane. Coming up from a linebacker spot to drop Quick for a loss and bring up a fourth down and 9. It'll have to be a punting situation you would expect for Baldwin. Remember, Garber faked it earlier. You had to be at least alive for that possibility. Aho standing back at his own 40-yard line. He'll get it away this time. A line drive kick. Aho fields at the 45 and gets it out to the 48 before he's tackled. So Ottawa will have good field position with the lead, 7:18 to go. Cyclones took the lead midway through the third period on a 74-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Kessinger to Dadrian Aho. Let's see if the offense can get rolling here, maybe put some extra points on the board. Cyclones will send Cubison and Creech wide to the right and Aho wide to the left. Handoff goes to Clevenger off the right side. Clevenger fights his way forward into Baldwin territory to about the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6, maybe 7. Let's call it a 6-yard pickup, second down 4. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Baldwin has the ball. 9:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6:07 to play. 7:07 to go in the game. Ottawa will use as much clock as they can here. 6: Play clock under 20. Cyclones just now breaking the huddle. Second down 4. Play clock now at 8. Again, the handoff. No, just this time Kessinger keeps it. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Coming up was Tristan Heck to make that tackle. Ottawa had been better served right there, handing the ball off to Clevenger. Looked like he had a nice lane. It's a loss of about 4, and to bring up a 3rd down and 8 to go. 6 minutes to play. Ottawa on top, 18-14. Mission Valley's lead on West Franklin now 24-6. Both teams have scored since our last update. 3rd down 8. Kessinger running right, looking for room. He's across the 45 down to the 44. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2. You can't really check that 4th and 3. They'll spot him at the 45. You can't expect the Cyclones to go for it here. They'll let the play clock run down as far as it can. It'll tick under 5 minutes. And don't be surprised if Ottawa actually burns a timeout right here. 4th and 3 at the Baldwin 45. Clock down to 7. That's exactly what Ottawa's going to do. They're going to run it down to 1 and take a timeout. The timeout comes with 4:53 to play. The Cyclones on top of Baldwin, 18-14, and we're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa High School football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Now's the time to travel and be with the people you care about the most. And at Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, we're helping you be there for less. Save at least 25% at thousands of hotels worldwide if you book by September 24th. You won't want this moment to pass you by. So book today at holidayinn.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
4th and 3 Cyclones at the Baldwin 45 with 4:53 to go. Piper scored again. They lead Eudora 34-7 in the 4th. Kessinger will drop back into punt formation. Blake will be deep for Baldwin. Good snap. And Kessinger's going to throw for it. He's got it. Catch made out in the flat by Caden Castleberry. And Castleberry has the first down inside the 30. Castleberry was wide open, and Kessinger found him with a strike. So the Cyclones will keep the drive alive at the 27. Wow, what a gutsy call right there. 4 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Both teams have run fake punts successfully here this evening. The one right there by Ottawa is huge. Covison right, Richards left. And now the Cyclones select to use another timeout, it appears. They had Nate Livingston lined up in the backfield. Livingston wearing number 50, so you have to wonder about that a little bit. But a timeout called with 4:20 to go. We'll keep it right here this time. Don't forget, coming your way in about an hour, it's the high school football scoreboard show. Seesaw battle at Wellsville, and Anderson County's retaken the lead, 23-20 over the Eagles. Santa Fe Trail has scored, but they still trail Prairie View 29-15 at Lacine. Well, let's see what the Cyclones have in mind here with a fresh set of downs. They do have Livingston lined up in the backfield. They have 3 backs along with Kessinger in the backfield right now on 1st down and 10. Baldwin showing blitz from the corners. Handoff will go to Clevenger, trying to get outside. Does get positive yardage down the sidelines and may have a 1st down. Well, Clevenger knew that man was blitzing from the outside, made a quick move inside, and then cut it outside and picks a gain up to the 14. That's a 13-yard gain and a 1st down for the Cyclones. Clock moving once again. 4:12 to play in the game. Ottawa by 4, threatening for more. Play clock down inside 10. Handoff to Klesner, trying the left side. He's got a blocker in front of him. Check that, it's Aho. And Aho gets positive yardage to the 11. That'll be a gain of 3. Clock continues to run. Baldwin has all of its timeouts remaining. Kessinger over to the sideline to get the play call. Second at 7. Ball at the 11-yard line of Baldwin. Lee is the up back. Clevenger and Aho flank Kessinger. Handoff goes to Clevenger this time. He doesn't have anything and may have lost a yard. He tried the right side, but it got bottled up quickly. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 9 at the 12.5. Clock down to 2:40 to play. Ottawa leads by 4. Ottawa will take their time once again. Play clock's at 15. They'll break the huddle. Keeping his Kessinger right up the middle. To the 5. To the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa. So they called the quarterback draw again, and this time Kessinger goes in from 12 yards out, and the Cyclones lead 24-14. Well, that play worked at the end of the 3rd quarter, and it worked for 6 points right there. Cyclones will once again go for 2. Kessinger looks to throw. Now rolls left. Looks. He's going to run for it. And he is in for the 2-point conversion. There is timeout on the field with 2:08 to play. The score now, Ottawa 26, Baldwin 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kickoff. You're listening to Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
It's time for some straight talk. Look, you wouldn't spend more to get the exact same thing, would you? No. So when I tell you that Straight Talk Wireless runs on the same cell towers as the big guys but charges up to half the cost, you see where I'm going with this, right? Get America's best 4G LTE networks for less. The unlimited plan is just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds, then 2G. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
26-14 Cyclones now with just 2:08 to play. Caleb Kessinger with a 12-yard run and attacking on then the 2-point conversion. Fogel will tee it up. Deep for Baldwin will be Blake and Kivrian Heck. Cyclones have scored the only points here of the second half. They trailed by 2 at intermission. Vogel's kick is a short one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 35-yard line by Jalen Flory. So not wanting to risk a big run back, they'll take their chances with the defense right here. And it looks like Trout's going to come in. The left-hander will come in at quarterback here with a passing situation down by 12 points with 2:07 to go. Again, Baldwin has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. And we have a penalty flag down. We have too many men on the field. Substitution error against Baldwin. So that'll be a 5-yard mark off, 1st and 15. Trout out of the shotgun. Rolls left, looking to throw. He's under pressure. And hit as he throws. The pass is going to be caught at the 40-yard line and down right there. Don't know who that was. Looks like it was Blake. So that's a gain on the play of 10, 2nd down and 5 at the 40. Clock continues to run, 1:40 to play. Trout this time rolls out to the right. Throws it across his body, has a man wide open. That's Lang. Lang into Cyclone territory and run down at the 39-yard line, 40-yard line by Reese Fogel. Fogel wide open in the, Lang wide open at the flat. They will spot it at the 39, 1st down for the Bulldogs. 4-man front, Cyclones will blitz. Back to throw, stepping up is Trout, throwing it deep down the field. Pass is intercepted by Adrian Aho. Aho from the safety position intercepts the pass at the 3-yard line, and the Cyclones get the football back with 1:13 to play. First Baldwin turnover of the night. So now Ottawa at their own 3. They just want to make sure they hold on to the football as much as anything right here. Let's see if Kessinger goes under center. He does not. I would think that would be the smart thing to do right there. And off to Clevenger. Clevenger gets back to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. And now Baldwin, will they use a timeout? So far, no call. Clock's inside a minute. And now we've got an injured Bulldog, so we'll have an official's timeout. Take a quick 30-second break here. 54 seconds to go. Ottawa's 26, Baldwin 14, and you're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
It's not easy crushing it like a boss and looking like a goddess. We can't help with your busy schedule, but if you aren't eating everything you should and feel a little guilty, GNC Women's Ultra Mega 1 Daily Multivitamins can help support your immune health for only $9.99. That's a 50% price reduction. With GNC Women's Ultra Mega 1 Daily Multis, you get the best support for your immune system, plus collagen for hair, skin, and nails, and a whole lot more. Stop in GNC or visit gnc.com/multis to get all your wellness essentials starting at $9.99.
Second down and 9 for Ottawa. Handoff once again goes to Clevenger, I believe. And he gets it across the 5. Check that, it's Aho on the carry that time. Gets it out near the 6, and it looks like Baldwin is going to just let this clock run out. And the Cyclones are going to win their opener here tonight. It's 5 seconds to go, and the clock continues to tick. And your final here tonight from Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, Ottawa 26, Baldwin 14. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Now's the time to travel and be with the people you care about the most. And at Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, we're helping you be there for less. Save at least 25% at thousands of hotels worldwide if you book by September 24th. You won't want this moment to pass you by. So book today at holidayinn.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Napa know-how. Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. That's why Vistaprint is offering 500 truly personalized business cards starting at $9.99. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company, or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. Get 500 business cards starting at $9.99 with promo code 8888. That's promo code 8888 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint, own the now.
Ottawa High comes from behind, and they defeat Baldwin tonight by the final score of 26-14 in the season opener. Baldwin drew first blood late in the first quarter. They went 71 yards and scored on a 4th down and 1, an 18-yard run by the quarterback, Will Harvey. Harvey added the 2-point conversion. It was 8-0 heading to the second period, but Ottawa, on the ensuing kickoff, took it down the field 57 yards and scored on a 37-yard pass play on 4th down from Caleb Kessinger to Adrian Aho. 2-point conversion, no good. It was 8-6. Baldwin at that juncture. Then after holding the Bulldogs, Ottawa got the football back. They went 55 yards this time, and Aaron Clevenger scored from 4 yards out. The 2-point run was no good. At that point, it was 12-8 Cyclones. Baldwin scored with just 34 seconds to play in the first half on a 1-yard Harvey run. 2-point conversion again failed. That capped off a 64-yard drive for Baldwin. And it was 14-12 Bulldogs at the half. But the second half belonged to the Cyclones. They scored midway through the third period. Kessinger found Aho on a slant pattern, and Aho took it 74 yards for the score. 2-point conversion, no good. And then late in the ball game, Ottawa facing a 4th down from about the Baldwin 45-yard line, and the Cyclones electing to run a fake punt. Kessinger found Caden Castleberry for the first down, and eventually the touchdown scored on a 12-yard quarterback draw by Kessinger, who then added on the 2-point conversion. And the Cyclones go home victorious here this evening by the final score of 26-14. Next week, Ottawa's at home opener against the Spring Hill Broncos. Baldwin travels to Piper for a Frontier League matchup. But once again here tonight, the Cyclones, who didn't pick up a win last year, get the opener in the books. 26-14 the final. And this is Gary Bateman saying so long from Liston Stadium in Baldwin City.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on KOFO. Brought to you by Quality Structure